A little while back on the channel, we made 3 breakfast sandwiches from 3 of the internet's most popular chefs. Those being Brad Leone, Matty Matheson, and Joshua Weissman. So today we're gonna take the best components from each sandwich and Frankenstein together the ultimate breakfast sandwich. Starting with le meat. Behold, Taylor ham, or pork roll, depending on who you ask. So I chose to use Taylor ham because, I don't know, it was the most interesting of the 3. Matty used both bacon and breakfast sausage, and Joshua used just bacon. Well, I do love bacon and I do love breakfast sausage. This Taylor ham was just a little more interesting, a little more unique, and tickled my biscuit, so we're gonna use it today. So Taylor ham comes either pre-sliced or in loaf form like this. Look at that beautiful, beautiful meat diaper. I think I said this last time, but this is like extremely like war ration World War II energy. It's literally a battle dressing. There's our loaf. I don't know, man, to me, like, this is meatloaf. This is the true definition of meatloaf. Try to get some nice thin slices. Tangy, delicious Taylor ham. Taylor ham style, we're gonna cut the independent logo into these slices so that they don't curl up on us. So you should be left with something like that. All right, let's pop these in a cold cast iron on medium heat. These will start to render and get nice and crispy. We're just gonna weigh them down a bit. You can already smell that tang. All right, we're sizzling. Oh yeah, look at that goo. It ain't Taylor ham if there's not meat goo on there. Yeah, that is what we're looking for. Pretty little independent. A soldier gone. That one's for the boys. All right, let's talk sauce. Okay, so Weissman did a classic spicy mayo type beat, whereas Brad did a very bare bones Dijonnaise, which is just Dijon and mayonnaise mixed together. Of the 3 sauces, I like Matty's the most because it features this stuff, House of Parliament sauce. One of my first times trying it was on camera in the last video. It's so good. It's like kind of like a more exciting steak sauce in a way, and when mixed with these 2 ingredients, it actually makes a pretty great sauce, so that's what we're gonna make today. It's very hard to do, pay close attention. Pop in a little bit of chop, about equal parts mayo. Jesus. And some House of Parley. Oh wait, one last thing, pinch of kosher. Look at that wonderful brown color, and that is literally all you do. Very tangy, very good, a little sweet too. Let's move on to the eggs. If you'll recall, Weissman's eggs were a little soupy, a little runny, soft scrambled, not the best choice for a sandwich. Then you got Brad's eggs, which were actually non-existent because he didn't use eggs on a sandwich and was one of the reasons why he came in 3rd. Then you had Matty's eggs, and it's basically just like a classic French omelet with a little bit of Americano cheese in the mix. So can't go wrong there. That's what we're gonna make. All right, we're gonna whisk these up real nice like. Don't want too much air in these puppies, just until they're all blended up. Wonderful. All right, French omelet, non-stick pan, low heat. The thing about the French, they love butter. So what do we got here? French butter. You need about, I don't know, this is like 2 tablespoons or something. You need a lot of butter for this. All right, butter's melting. We're gonna pour our eggies in. This is not very French. It's actually quite Americano, hence the Kraft singles. But we're just gonna pop a little bit of cheese. These are gonna melt into the eggs. It's gonna be real gooey and wonderful. Kind of a fun little touch to a otherwise classic omelet. Last thing, we'll pinch of kosher. And the thing about French omelets, if you haven't seen one of the bajillions of videos on the internet already, just keep things moving slowly. This is a small curd omelet, so you don't want big, large lumps in here. You basically just keep things moving the whole time. Kind of take it off the heat when you think it's getting a little too hot. Put it back on the heat. It's kind of a dance. We're dancing. Ladies love this one. Just pulled something. It'd be so funny. Slowly, patiently, Frenchly cooking our eggs. On, off, on, off. Oof, as I should say. Is that how you say eggs in French? Oof. Oof. We're getting somewhere. See how set we are? Little fish spat. We're just gonna slowly roll this thing over till it kind of comes together like that at the end. That cheesy, good. Get a little extra heat on there. She's not the prettiest, but she'll taste nice. Oh, God. I don't think you could put that in, dude. And that'll continue to cook, so we're just gonna pop that on the plate. Like this. We'll take it. She's not a looker, but it's what's on the inside that counts. This is going to be perfectly gooey as it sits. It will continue to cook. If you really want to get Frenchy, you can take a little bit of burr and just kind of like rub it down to make it nice and glossy. That's nice. A little bit of salt. And that is our French omelet, sort of. It's gonna be good on the sandwich though. All right, we got everything ready here. We got our mies all ready to go. Let's build. All right, we got Weissman's toasted brioche bun that we're gonna sauce on both sides with Matty's sauce. For the protein, we got Brad Leone's Taylor ham. I'm just gonna use some crispy pieces, some meatier pieces. Then I got a nice crispy hash brizzle that I'm gonna pop on there. That's from Matty's sandwich. Some cheddar cheese, which we're definitely gonna torch a la Weissman. Is it a little extra? Definitely, but it was a good idea. And look at that, just look at that meltability. That's picture-esque. Matty's French omelet egg topper. Classic pickled jalapenos. This is from Matty's sandwich too. Pop those on. And maybe a dollop more sauce a la Matty. And the top brioche bun. And this, mi amigos, is the Frankenstein breakfast sandwich. Brought to you by YouTube. I think there's only one thing to do now. Now, that's a sandwich. Dang, really good. Though I will say, I think I can bring my own style and flair to this conversation. Let me show you how I'd make my breakfast sandwich. When I think of a breakfast sandwich, I think of breakfast sausage. Bacon is tight. We all love bacon, but there's something about a breakfast sandwich with a sausage patty on it that just sings to me. So we are making our own herbaceous breakfast sausage here by adding a little bit of thyme, sage, parsley, salt, a whole bunch of pepper, and a little dash of water to kind of bring it all together to a pan and mixing it around by hand until we get that nice sausage consistency. You just really want to knead it almost like a bread dough until it's nice and mashy and kind of sticky like a sausage. Once you got something that looks like this, make little balls, maybe the size of, I don't know, somewhere between a golf ball and a tennis ball. Then we are going to give it the smash burger treatment, which means, hot griddle, no oil because these are so fatty, remember? Little dash of salt over the top, then smash it down with your fattest spatula that you got at the crib. I like to line a little bit of parchment paper between the spatula and the sausage, just to ensure a nice, easy, simple release. Once you got some color on both sides, go ahead and remove those from the griddle and cook your egg right in all that sausage fat. I prefer a over easy egg because I do like a runny raw yolk, but I don't want it to run super hard. So I like to give mine sort of a semi pop in the middle so that the egg runs a little bit into the griddle, it cooks through a little bit, but it still remains, we're calling that like a semi runny. These sheet pan hash browns are pretty tight. These are inspired, kind of a little riff off my buddy's recipe. He owns a cafe here in town that does a killer breakfast sandwich. The recipe isn't hard to do per se, but it is a bit of a time commitment, a little extra step, so I'm gonna leave that out of the video, but I'll provide the recipe for you below. Call me a simple Sally or a basic Bia, but to me, there's no other hot sauce that goes better with breakfast than Tabasco. So I'm gonna whip together a Tabasco aioli with some mayonnaise, Tabasco, some salt, some vinegar, and the God particle. You already know, MSG, a little pinch of that goes a long way. Mixy, 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 and there she blows. That's literally all you do. Tabasco aioli. Pound for pound, there is no better vessel for a breakfast sandwich than an English muffin. They are the perfect size, they are the perfect texture, soft in the inside and kind of crispy on the outside, and those little craggles in there, as they dry out when you toast it, are the perfect little sponges for any sauce that you can lay onto them, and they will not sog out on you. Oh, and I made these English muffins from scratch, which I understand, isn't a super convenient thing to do, but if you want that recipe, I'm gonna have it for you over on my Patreon for those of y'all who support over that way. Alright, let's build. We're gonna start with a little sauce down on the bottom of our sandwich, followed by our herbaceous, crispy breakfast sausage patty. Can't forget about the hash brown, very important. Then lay on the cheese. In this case, I'm doing a little bit of a pepper jack because I like this spice. Then we got the over easy half runny egg. And lastly, we're gonna add what I think really sets this sandwich apart, and that's a well-seasoned herb salad. Pop your herbs in a bowl, little salt, little pepper, vinegar, a touch of olive oil, boom. Herbs are a very low bar way to add a lot of flavor to your food and cooking in general, but the herbaceousness and the brightness from the vinegar really wake the sandwich up and make it special. And peep that goo ball. Every ingredient on the sandwich is there for a reason, it's done as well as possible, and it's just a balanced sandwich. So there you go, that's my breakfast sandwich. Can I eat it now? That bite right, that's the spot right there, the goo. It's fat, but it's not too fat, and look how sturdy that thing is. Yeah. Look at how the sauce just absorbed into those scraggles. The fat from the sausage absorbed into that English muffin. And look, it's still got integrity. It's still a little crispy, but you can still bite into it and everything stays in one place. All right. Whose sandwich did you dig more? Let us know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and join the squad, join the team. Come say what up in Discord. We be talking, we be chatting, it'd be a good time. The best way to support us is over on Patreon. You know, a lot of time and effort and financial resources go into making these videos. Any little bit helps if you can swing it, but if not, that's chill too. We still love you. That's pretty much all I got for you this time. So until next we meet. Ta-ta.